are about a week into riot season 2025, and I wanted to take a second to clarify some things that people on both sides are kind of missing here. First and foremost, if you're going to ask, is this what you voted for? And I see these memes all over the place in these discussions. If you're going to put us in a little box and try to get us to answer that directly, fine. Yeah, this is exactly what we voted for. And here's the reason why. And for those of you on the left that have not been completely propagandized, which means that you can still think critically and not just respond emotionally, listen up. Over the last 4 years, what the Biden administration did by opening our borders and incentivizing all of these people to come to the United States, soon as they got here, they shipped these people off to swing states and red states predominantly. The census is the battleground. That is the crux of all of this. It's not a lack of empathy or sympathy or even feeling bad about some of these migrants, regardless of where they're from. If Democrats actually gave a shit or cared about people whatsoever, they would have never allowed this. What these migrants are to Democrats are a tool to change the voting landscape of America. Regardless of whether you want to admit it, the Great Replacement is a real thing. They're playing off of your emotions because what they're doing is they're going to have all of these people counted in the census. The census does not count citizens. It counts total number of people in each state respectively. The amount of electoral votes that each state gets is based off of the census count. So, for example, if California has 20 million illegal aliens, guess what? Now, California is going to be unfairly given additional electoral votes, which are going to silence rural states. Our side sits there and sees all this crap taking place on TV, waving the Mexican flag or other foreign flags and destroying cars and throwing things. Look, that does not garner any sympathy. It doesn't garner any empathy. We don't care. We want these things to go hardcore in enforcement and send all of you the fuck out of our country. Now, on the flip side of this, I would caution everyone on the right for being super excited about the Marines going over to any of these states to start enforcing what? That's the question. I am very curious, and I'm going to watch very closely how they are going to utilize the Marines in this capacity. Does this situation call for it? Yes, it does. The last thing we want are these riots popping up all over the place, which they're scheduled. They are scheduled out to do this, and they're starting to kick off. Last thing we want is to have martial law declared. Now, he's going to have a good case for the Insurrection Act, but the last thing we want to do is deal with martial law where he suspends everything. Because the last thing I want to deal with is that. That's where we are going to get into some really, really sketchy shit.